Journey deep into the heart of Mesoamerica as we uncover the ancient mysteries of the lost Olmec civilization, one of the most enigmatic and influential cultures in history. Known as the mother civilization of Mesoamerica, the Olmecs laid the foundation for many advanced societies like the Maya and Aztec, yet much about their rise and fall remains shrouded in mystery. In this comprehensive video, we dive into the hidden world of Olmec art, religion, monumental architecture, and the colossal stone heads, exploring the culture's legacy and unanswered questions. What you'll discover: the origins of the Olmecs and their pivotal role in Mesoamerican history. The mysterious colossal stone heads. How were they made and transported? The religious practices of the Olmecs, including shamanism and the role of the jaguar deity. Their advanced engineering feats at sites like San Lorenzo and Venta. Theories about the Olmecs' writing system, spiritual beliefs, and potential connections to other ancient cultures. The enduring mysteries surrounding their sudden decline and lasting legacy. Whether you're a history enthusiast, a fan of ancient civilizations, or someone intrigued by the unknown, this deep dive into the Olmec civilization will captivate your imagination and shed light on one of the world's greatest unsolved historical puzzles. Watch till the end for fascinating theories, stunning visuals, and rare insights into the lost world of the Olmecs. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth explorations of ancient cultures and hidden histories. Boost your knowledge of ancient civilizations and join us on this adventure into the past. Let's explore the ancient mysteries of the lost Olmec civilization. Hidden beneath the dense rainforests of southern Mexico, the enigmatic Olmec civilization holds a wealth of ancient mysteries that have intrigued archaeologists, historians, and adventurers for centuries. The story of the Olmecs, who flourished between approximately 1500 BCE and 400 BCE, is one shrouded in obscurity. Their legacy is one of monumental achievements and curious, unsolved questions. Who were these people? What fueled their rise to prominence? And what led to their mysterious disappearance? What role did their colossal stone heads and cryptic art forms play in their society? In this deep exploration of the ancient Olmec civilization, we will venture into their world and uncover the facts, theories, and tantalizing mysteries that surround this long-lost culture. From their pioneering role in Mesoamerican development to the enduring secrets of their religious practices, art, and eventual decline, the Olmecs remain one of the most captivating civilizations in history. The Olmec civilization emerged in the tropical lowlands of what is now southern Veracruz and Tabasco along the Gulf of Mexico. These regions, now overgrown with dense jungles, conceal the remnants of once thriving Olmec cities. It was not until the 19th century that modern explorers stumbled upon their immense stone heads and strange ceremonial sites, igniting a fascination that would eventually lead to the recognition of the Olmecs as one of Mesoamerica's most important early cultures. The origin of the Olmec people remains one of the first major mysteries. Unlike many other ancient civilizations, there is no definitive answer as to where they came from or how they developed such advanced societal structures. Some scholars suggest that they were indigenous to the region, evolving out of earlier, less complex cultures, while others propose more controversial theories involving contact with distant civilizations. However, definitive proof remains elusive, leaving the Olmec origins clouded in mystery. What is clear, however, is that the Olmecs were Mesoamerica's first major civilization. The term Olmec, meaning rubber people in the Nahuatl language, was coined by the Aztecs, who regarded them as ancient predecessors. The Olmecs are believed to have invented key aspects of the societal structure that would later be adopted by subsequent Mesoamerican cultures, such as the Maya and Aztec. In fact, the Olmec civilization laid the groundwork for urban planning, religious practices, and a calendrical system that would be passed down through centuries. The most iconic symbols of Olmec culture are undoubtedly the colossal stone heads that have been found throughout their territory. These massive sculptures, some of which stand nearly 10 feet tall and weigh several tons, are believed to represent the rulers or elite figures of Olmec society. Carved from basalt boulders, each head has distinct facial features, suggesting that they may be portraits of real individuals. The sheer size and weight of these heads pose one of the greatest mysteries of the Olmec civilization. How were these colossal stones transported from the distant Tuxtla Mountains, often over 60 miles away, to their final resting places? No written records or clear evidence have been found to explain the methods of transportation, leading some to propose that the Olmecs possessed advanced knowledge of engineering and logistics. Others suggest that supernatural forces, lost technologies, or even extraterrestrial involvement may have played a role in their construction and movement, fueling speculation and wonder. Two of the most important Olmec sites, San Lorenzo and Venta, offer a glimpse into the sophistication of Olmec urban planning and ceremonial life. San Lorenzo, the oldest known Olmec center, was a sprawling city featuring elaborate platforms, courtyards, and monumental architecture. Here, the Olmecs constructed intricate drainage systems that reveal a deep understanding of engineering and water management. Some of these systems are still functional today, showcasing the durability and precision of Olmec craftsmanship. La Venta, which rose to prominence after San Lorenzo, became the center of Olmec culture during its zenith. This site is home to the most famous of the colossal heads, as well as pyramid-like structures, altars and ceremonial plazas. At its heart, La Venta housed a great mound, believed to be the precursor to the later pyramid complexes seen in other Mesoamerican cultures. These monumental constructions hint at the Olmecs' deep religious and social complexity, with architecture aligned with celestial events, suggesting a sophisticated understanding of astronomy. Olmec art is a portal into their spiritual and religious beliefs, revealing a complex pantheon of gods and supernatural beings. One of the most prominent figures in Olmec religion was the jaguar, often depicted in human-animal hybrid forms. This mysterious were-jaguar figure is believed to represent shamanic transformations, where humans would assume the powers of the jaguar, a symbol of strength and dominance in Mesoamerican culture. Some scholars argue that the jaguar deity represents a rain god or a fertility god closely tied to agricultural cycles, while others see it as a manifestation of the ruler's divine right to rule. The Olmecs' fascination with jaguars permeates much of their art, from small figurines to monumental sculptures, suggesting that the creature held a central place in their cosmology. The Olmec worldview was deeply mystical, with evidence suggesting that shamanism played a central role in their religious life. Shamans, acting as intermediaries between the mortal and spiritual realms, may have used hallucinogenic substances to facilitate spiritual journeys and communicate with otherworldly beings. Olmec art is filled with depictions of transformation and shape-shifting, further supporting the idea that they believed in a fluid boundary between the human and animal worlds. The Olmecs also developed a fascination with jade, a material that held spiritual significance due to its rarity and color, often associated with life and fertility. They carved intricate figurines and masks from jade, which were likely used in religious ceremonies and burials. The preference for this material over gold or other precious metals highlights their unique cultural priorities, valuing symbolic meaning over material wealth. The Olmecs are often credited with developing one of the earliest writing systems in Mesoamerica, though the exact nature of their script remains unclear. Known as the Cascajal block, a stone tablet discovered in 1999 bears an enigmatic set of symbols that some scholars believe constitutes a form of early writing. If this is indeed a writing system, it would represent one of the oldest known scripts in the Americas, predating the Maya hieroglyphs. In addition to their potential contributions to writing, the Olmecs are also believed to have developed an early form of mathematics, as evidenced by their use of the long count calendar. This calendar, which tracks long cycles of time, would later be adopted and refined by the Maya and Aztec civilizations. The Olmecs' understanding of astronomy and the passage of time suggests that they had a sophisticated knowledge of the cosmos, which was integral to their religious and political systems. One of the Olmecs' most enduring cultural contributions was the invention of the Mesoamerican ball game, a ritualistic sport that would spread across the region and persist for centuries. Played with a rubber ball, likely sourced from the Olmecs' homeland, rich in rubber trees, the game had deep spiritual significance, often representing the struggle between life and death or the movements of celestial bodies. The ball game was not merely a recreational activity, but a ceremonial event, sometimes involving human sacrifice to honor the gods. The courts where these games were played have been found in several Olmec sites, reinforcing the idea that the ball game was an essential part of their culture. This sport would go on to become a central feature in later Mesoamerican civilizations, demonstrating the lasting influence of the Olmecs. Despite their remarkable achievements, the Olmec civilization began to decline around 400 BCE. The reasons for their collapse are not entirely clear, but several theories have been proposed. One possibility is environmental degradation. The Olmecs' homeland was prone to flooding, and changes in climate could have made agriculture increasingly difficult. The clearing of forests for farming may have led to soil depletion, further contributing to their decline. Another theory suggests that internal social strife or invasion by neighboring groups could have played a role in their downfall. Evidence of destruction at key Olmec sites, such as Venta, suggests that conflict or upheaval may have led to the abandonment of these once great cities. Although the Olmec civilization eventually faded, their influence can be seen in the cultures that followed. The Maya, Zapotec, and Aztec civilizations all inherited elements of Olmec religion, art, and urban planning. The iconic stepped pyramids, the reverence for jade, the ball game, and the concept of divine rulership all have their roots in Olmec culture. The Olmecs' contributions to Mesoamerican culture are undeniable, yet their mysterious disappearance leaves us with more questions than answers. The secrets they took with them of their sophisticated societies, their knowledge of the stars, and their spiritual practices continue to fuel speculation and intrigue. The Olmecs, despite their significant contributions to human history, left behind few written records, making their civilization one of the most enigmatic of ancient times. These unsolved mysteries not only deepen the intrigue surrounding their legacy, but also spur continued research, excavation, and sometimes more fantastical theories about their culture. One of the most compelling mysteries is the true purpose behind the creation of the colossal stone heads. As previously mentioned, these heads are thought to represent individual rulers or elite members of society. However, some researchers question whether these sculptures might have had a broader cultural or spiritual significance. Were these heads simply public displays of power, or did they serve a more ceremonial function, perhaps guarding sacred sites or acting as conduits to the divine? Another unanswered question concerns the methods by which these massive stones were transported. Some believe the Olmecs used rafts to float the stones down rivers, while others suggest they employed advanced techniques involving ramps and rollers. Yet no physical evidence has confirmed these theories, leaving the transportation methods as one of the enduring enigmas of the Olmec civilization. Olmec art is filled with symbolic imagery, much of which has yet to be fully understood. The recurring motifs of jaguar-human hybrids, for example, hint at a belief system rich in transformation and spiritual journeys, but the deeper meanings of these symbols remain hidden. Were these figures deities, shamanic representations, or metaphors for cosmic forces? Scholars continue to debate the interpretations, and new discoveries may eventually shed light on these ancient depictions. Additionally, the Olmecs were known for their intricate use of jade, serpentine, and other precious materials in their artwork. But the cultural importance of these materials is still unclear. Why did the Olmecs place such a high value on jade? And what rituals or practices were these materials tied to? Some evidence suggests that these objects were used in burials or religious ceremonies, but the full extent of their use remains a mystery. In 1999, the discovery of the Cascajal block, a stone slab with mysterious inscriptions, sparked intense debate among historians. The block contains 62 individual glyphs, some of which appear to be representations of animals, plants, and abstract shapes. Some researchers believe this may be the earliest known example of writing in Mesoamerica, predating even the Maya hieroglyphs. If true, this would not only redefine our understanding of Olmec culture, but also challenge current timelines of Mesoamerican history. However, skeptics argue that the symbols on the Cascajal block may not represent a true writing system at all, but rather a form of proto-writing or symbolic communication. Without a Rosetta Stone or another means of decoding these symbols, the true nature of the Cascajal block remains an open question, further deepening the intrigue surrounding the Olmecs' intellectual achievements. While many Mesoamerican cultures are known for their detailed religious practices, including the construction of grand temples and the performance of elaborate rituals, the exact nature of Olmec religious ceremonies remains elusive. Archaeologists have uncovered altars and ceremonial platforms at sites like Venta and San Lorenzo, but the rituals conducted on these altars are not fully understood. Human sacrifice was a common element in later Mesoamerican religions, and some scholars believe the Olmecs may have practiced similar rites, but concrete evidence is scarce. The discovery of buried offerings such as jade figurines and serpentine masks suggests a belief in an afterlife and the importance of appeasing the gods. But the details of these beliefs are still shrouded in mystery. In the absence of clear answers, the Olmec civilization has become a fertile ground for alternative theories and speculation. Some of these ideas are grounded in archaeological evidence, while others venture into the realms of the mystical, extraterrestrial, or fantastical. One of the more controversial theories surrounding the Olmecs is the idea that they may have had contact with extraterrestrial beings. Proponents of this theory point to the colossal heads and other monumental sculptures as evidence of advanced knowledge that could not have been achieved by the Olmecs alone. According to this line of thought, the precision with which the Olmecs moved and carved their massive stones, as well as their apparent understanding of astronomy, suggests that they may have received guidance from otherworldly visitors. This theory, popularized by proponents of ancient astronaut hypotheses, is widely rejected by mainstream historians and archaeologists, who argue that such interpretations underestimate the ingenuity and capabilities of the Olmec people. However, the lack of concrete explanations for some aspects of Olmec society continues to fuel such speculation. Another theory that has generated debate is the suggestion that the Olmecs may have had contact with early African or Asian civilizations. This idea is based primarily on the facial features of some of the colossal heads, which appear to have broad noses and full lips, leading some to speculate that these sculptures depict individuals of African descent. However, most scholars argue that these features are within the normal range of variation for indigenous Mesoamerican populations. The theory of transoceanic contact remains highly speculative, with little solid evidence to support it. Nevertheless, it reflects the broader fascination with the possibility that the Olmecs were part of a wider global network of early civilizations. Another popular theory is that the Olmecs were part of a cultural diffusion process, where ideas, technologies, and religious beliefs spread across different regions. Some suggest that the Olmecs' development of writing, urban planning, and religious practices may have been influenced by other early civilizations, such as those in South America, or even as far away as Egypt or Mesopotamia. While direct contact with these distant cultures is unlikely, it is possible that trade networks or shared intellectual ideas helped shape the Olmecs' rise to power. Despite the mysteries surrounding their decline, the Olmecs' cultural influence continued to shape Mesoamerican history long after their cities were abandoned. Their artistic style, religious iconography, and technological innovations were passed down through generations, influencing later civilizations in profound ways. The Olmecs' religious practices and artistic motifs can be seen echoed in later cultures, particularly the Maya and Aztecs. The stepped pyramids, ball courts, and ceremonial plazas of these later civilizations were likely inspired by Olmec architecture. Likewise, the concept of divine kingship, where rulers were seen as intermediaries between the gods and humanity, was a cornerstone of Olmec society that carried through to the Maya and Aztec empires. The Maya in particular seem to have inherited much from the Olmecs, including aspects of their calendar system, religious beliefs, and possibly even their writing. The long count calendar, famously associated with the Maya, is thought to have its roots in Olmec timekeeping, as is the practice of erecting monumental stelae to record historical events. In modern times, efforts to preserve and study Olmec archaeological sites have intensified. Sites like San Lorenzo, Venta, and Tres Zapotes are now recognized as critical to understanding the development of early Mesoamerican civilizations. Museums around the world display Olmec artifacts, from jade masks to colossal heads, allowing people to connect with this ancient culture in a tangible way. However, the jungle continues to reclaim many of the Olmec sites, and some areas remain unexplored, leaving the door open for future discoveries that could reshape our understanding of this mysterious civilization. Advances in technology such as LiDAR, light detection and ranging, have begun to reveal hidden structures beneath the forest canopy, offering tantalizing glimpses of what may still lie buried. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in Olmec culture, both within Mexico and among indigenous communities who see the Olmecs as their ancient ancestors. Artists, writers, and filmmakers have drawn inspiration from the Olmecs, using their imagery and mythology to create new works that explore the intersections of history, identity, and mystery. For many, the Olmecs symbolize the grandeur and complexity of pre-Columbian civilizations, a reminder that the Americas were home to advanced societies long before the arrival of Europeans. The continuing fascination with the Olmecs reflects a desire to connect with this lost chapter of human history and to unravel the secrets that still lie hidden beneath the soil. The story of the Olmec civilization is one that weaves together history, myth, and mystery. As the first major civilization in Mesoamerica, the Olmecs laid the foundation for many of the region's later cultural and technological advancements. Yet despite their monumental achievements, they remain an enigma. Their mysterious origins, their monumental stone heads, and the unresolved questions about their religion, art, and eventual decline continue to captivate both scholars and the public alike. The Olmec civilization invites us to reflect on the fragility of human achievement and the fleeting nature of empires. Their rise and fall serve as a reminder of how even the most advanced societies can vanish, leaving behind tantalizing clues, but few definitive answers. As we uncover more about their world through archaeology and research, the Olmecs continue to inspire awe for their ingenuity, spirituality, and artistry. In the end, the Olmecs are a civilization defined not just by what we know, but by what we do not. Their lost cities, their monumental art, and their mysterious practices leave us with a story that remains unfinished. A puzzle where each discovery adds more depth, but never fully completes the picture. And in that sense, the Olmec civilization endures not merely as a historical footnote, but as an eternal enigma, beckoning us to keep searching, questioning, and wondering.